third member of our team today is Danielle McCartan. Good afternoon, Danielle.
Hey, how's it going, John? So what to expect from the game today? Well, Princeton is looking to keep this game in the 70s, where they are quite comfortable, and Cornell's going to look to slow this down and keep the game in the 50s. When I talked to Coach Banghart this week, she told me that there are three words that come to mind when they describe Cornell, and it's youth, enthusiasm, and energetic. So we're looking at a game where it's going to be Cornell is more of like an organized offense, and Princeton's going to look to disrupt that as much as possible and keep them out of system as much as possible. As far as Cornell's defense, they're ranked in the top of the country in a couple things, including steals and turnovers per game. That's been a Achilles heel for Princeton, and it's going to be a good game today between two very different teams. Over to you, John and D.
Thanks very much, Danielle. Let's swing it over to Danielle.
Hey guys, so I talked to Kenya Holland earlier in this week, but she just got a big assist there. But she told me that she's really embraced her role on the team this season so far, putting the success of her teammates first and the success of the entire team first over her own wants and needs. So Coach Banghart also told me that she understands that it's hard to be the only senior on the team not named captain like Kenya Holland is, but she has a total faith in what she can do at practice. She holds her teammates accountable from the top to the bottom of that roster. She disseminates her high basketball IQ to her teammates, one of the highest basketball IQs on the team. And it's hard because there's a sickness going around here in New Jersey. Kenya Holland caught it. She hasn't practiced all week. She got some time last night, and she really made the most of it. And it's only going to be up for Kenya Holland from here on out. Over to you, John and Dave.
Thanks, Danielle. Tigers by 2. Let's swing it over to Danielle.
Hey, so you guys have just seen that Abbi Myers just came off the court with an ankle injury. She came off the court in tears and obvious pain. She went behind the screen. The trainer, although cannot tell me the diagnosis of what it was, she is expected to return today in today's game. Back and over to you guys.
Well, that would certainly be good news for Princeton. Let's kick it over to Danielle.
So you guys have heard it, TCB. The players say it in the huddle. Coach Banghart says it on timeouts. But what does it stand for? Well, lucky for us, Kenya Holland filled me in this past week. TCB means taking care of business. And she's very proud of how the team has done that both on the practice field and on the practice court, on the game court, and in game preparation. So the Tigers are taking care of business. Hopefully they come out with a win today, according to that motto. Back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Danielle. And let's swing it to the third member of our team today, Danielle.
Hey, so I'm with Craig Robinson, who is the member of the New York Knicks front office, but more importantly today, he is Leslie Robinson's father. I got to ask you, Craig, how is it different this year watching her, knowing that it's her last as senior captain of this team?
Well, it's a little bittersweet because we really enjoy coming to these games and watching the entire team play. But, from a basketball standpoint, you can see that Leslie in particular, but the team is a lot more confident now than they were when they were playing last year. I think everybody's sort of fallen into their roles, and you can really tell this season.
And quickly, how did the conversation go when she told you she was going to be captain of this team?
Well, I was very excited for her, very proud. I didn't expect it, but I'm really glad to see that she's shown the leadership skills to be a captain of this great team.
All right, throw it back to you, John and D.
Thanks very much, Danielle, and thank you to Craig Robinson for spending some time with us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Jadwin Gymnasium. For more on that, here's Danielle.
So I would be remiss without saying this. Coach Banghart wanted me to mention that today is a special day for Princeton basketball because after our game is the men's game, and she loves the fact that they get to play. The women get to play first. It's a great experience for the Princeton fan because she told me that there's not just a Princeton basketball fan of the women's or the men's. It's a total true fan, and that's a treat for them today. And Kenya Holland also echoed that sentiment, and she's very excited to see the men play, which is a different level of athleticism than the women's game. Back to you, John and D.
From our player of the game, our own Danielle McCartan with Leslie Robinson.
Really broke it open in the second half. What adjustments had you guys made coming out of halftime?
Yeah, I think definitely, as you saw, they were hitting shots left and right. So the biggest adjustment that we made was making sure that we got up on shooters and just stayed really disciplined on defense like we've been all year.
So Coach Banghart stressed to me the importance of taking 2 out of 2 this weekend. What does that do for you guys in your quest for the league title?
I think that shows us that we can do the work that's necessary for back-to-back games and the preparation that goes into, staying mentally engaged and knowing what both teams do Friday and Saturday night, and just knowing that we need everyone on the bench to contribute and to have success. That's what we need.
Now, I talked to your father in the fourth quarter. with his NBA experience, what is it like having him in your corner?
You know, it's the greatest role model, honestly. He's one of my role models. I have many, but he's been so helpful ever since I started playing basketball. He's always been helping me, and I love hearing his voice when we're playing, and especially senior year on this floor wearing the same number. It's awesome.
That's so cool. So now we got a long break coming up.
Yeah.
How's the ankle?
It's good, and now that we have 3 weeks now until the next 2 games, I have a lot of time to rest and recover and get ready for these next 2 games.
Perfect timing.
Yes.
All right, back to you, John and Dave.
Thanks very much,
Awesome,
Danielle.
thanks. See you
And
soon.
a great win for the Princeton Tigers today as they improve to 3-0. We see Craig Robinson, father of Leslie.